Hello guys, what's up? My name is Gaurav Singh. In this video, I want to show you how to do simple descriptive statistics. We are going to look at measure of central tendency and measure of dispersion. Look on left hand side here. I will got two variables, variable A and variable B. They both seem to be continuous numerical values. We might imagine that this is the blood result for a group of patients. This is blood test number 1 and blood test number 2, and for 30 patients. We will record the value for each of these blood tests. I want to show you the quick and easy way of getting all of our descriptive statistics in one go. Now we see in the first cell A1 and the first cell B1A. We have the variable names and the actual value only start in A2 and B2. So we are going to go to data, we are going to go to data analysis, and we are just want some descriptive statistics. There we go. Now the range I will already folded in its A2 to B31. Remember that's 82. There all the way down across and down to B51. That's going to be all the value. I want the upward range to be here in cell D number 2. So I will click there. Now there is the second time I am running it. So it will have this little dollar sign. So you can just click a name, type D2. You can just click and type in A2 colon B31. We want summary statistics please. We want the confidence interval as well, and we are going to have a video on how to do confidence interval, but let's do this part of descriptive statistics that's not available in the LibreOffice suite, but let's do it here anyway. And we are going to click OK, and voila, there we go. Now it's not going to call it variable 1 and variable 2 here on the macros. It call it column 1 and column 2 for these two columns, and we can see for each column we get the mean, the standard error, the median, the mode, the standard deviation, the sample variance, and the ketosis, the sequences, the range, the minimum and maximum, the sum and the count, and a 95% confidence level, all in one simple easy go. But I also want to show you how to do this just using functions. These are the values we want to calculate. We are going to calculate mean, median, mode, sample, inaudible, sample, variance, sample size, standard error, minimum, maximum, range, first quartile, second quartile, remember that's the median. Third quartile, remember also the zero quartile would actually be the minimum, and the fourth quartile would be the maximum. And then calculating the inter quartile range, which we don't see add on the side. Mean is very simply we can do type in is equal to average. It come up there and it just want the list of value. So we are going to do variable 1 on its own, and it start at A2 and it goes all the way to A31, and there we go 46.56, and what did we get on this side? 42.5. The median, you have guessed it, equal median. There we go, I can select it, and again we are going from there we go 45.5, so a bit of difference between the median and the mean. Let's go for mode. You will see in newer version there are two types of modes, multi and single. In case you have more than one value that occur commonly, so let's select that. Instead of typing in A2 to A32, I can just click, hold and drag all the way down, and that will be filled in for me A2 to A31. We hit return or the little check mark that's done. Let's do the sample standard derivation. Let's do the sample standard derivation is equal to STDEV, comma, but there's a P and A dot S dot P is for the whole population and S is for sample. The equations are slightly different, so let's choose sample. These are just sample of patient and a A2 to A31. There we go, the sample variance. Again, we will get P and S. We want sample soon. We want sample, so SA2 to A31. There we go, the sample size in the count function. And let's count. There we go, the sample size in count function, and let's count. That's quite easy to do. You can do it in your head, but let's do it. A2 to A31, and then we get a sample size of 30. Now we are going to discuss standard error in future lectures, and I will also show you how to do that. It's part of calculating the confidence intervals, but it's simply equal to the sample standard derivation. So I say equal and I click on that cell that falls in J5, which is the value that is held in the cell divided by the square root, which is divided by SQRT, that is the function, and the square root of the sample size. Instead of typing in 30, I can click on that 30, and you see we have relative cell reference to those value. I hit enter and we see a standard error. Minimum is M-I-N, comma, simple as that, A2 to A31. So the minimum value is 31 and the maximum value, max, simple as that, which maximum value is at 60 until I find a maximum value which was 60. Now the range, remember that is just the maximum minus the minimum. So I say equal and I click on the maximum value, minus and I click on the minimum value and I hit enter, and we see the range is 29, just as we show on this side, 29. The first quartile, well, we have a function called quartile. Q dash, capital Q dash, U dash, A dash, R dash, T dash, I dash, L dash, E dot. And we want the inclusive one. We want all the values to be included. It asks for two arguments, the array and the quartile. So the array, this is simply a fancy word for this list of value, comma, sometime on the Mac OS, depending how your system is set up, you might require a semicolon. One, we want the first quartile. The second quartile is second the median. So let's see if it does come out as the median. We want A2 to A31, comma, the second quartile, and indeed it's the same as the median. Let's do the third quartile. Let's select there. It is A2 to A31, comma, the third quartile. There we go. And lastly, the interquartile. Just remember that equal the value of the third quartile. So I click in there minus the first quartile and I click in there and we have the interquartile range. Now that was a lot of typing and section ET criteria. There's an easy way for me to do this. Fortunately, we have typed it in that these two are right next to each other, and this little cell reference that we are referring to when we select A2 to A31. These are called cell reference, but they are not fixed in place. It actually does not say A2 when I type in. It say from where I am now, where I type in A2, go to A2, and it finds a root. Now the easiest route is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cell to the left. That is what Excel sees. It does not see A2 for the. It see go left 9 place from where I am typing this, and then go down so many places to the bottom. So look at this magic. If I were to select all these of these, click plus, hold and drag all the way down. Let's go. I am going to go over to the bottom right hand corner. My cursor changes. I am going to click plus, hold and drag across to this side and let go. And there we are. All the values are filled in. Now look at the magic. Let's send A2 to A31. Look, there is the bar A2 to A31. If I click it actually highlights what is selected. Hit escape because I don't want to change anything. If I click in this one, look at that is now B2 to B31. So it also just went across 9 cells. It is a relative reference, not the actual value. It's the relative. It say go to the left 9 cell, and when I drag it across to the cell to the right, it still go nice places to the left, which now become this value here. So in one go I could do all of those values. So quick and easy how to do descriptive statistics on data 6. Either doing it automatically here with a data analysis toolpack or doing it through function by data. If data analysis is not in your spreadsheet, then go to our home page. Please see the data analysis video setup, then go to the descriptive statistics using spreadsheet. Thank you for this seeing video. Please like, share and subscribe.